2 of the water pump installation. Did take a short little, actually it was like half a day break. I think got quite frustrating there when it comes to getting the water pump out, the bolts out. But as you can see, I got it out. That's the old one. There's the new one with the pulley. I've got to prep the surface and make sure it's all clean and deburred. I brought my files out to do that. That's what I'm in the process of doing right now. But as you can see, this is the problem. You can hear all that rattling. That's what it's not supposed to be doing. And you can pick this one up. See, it's got no plate. It spins, but there's no play in it whatsoever. That's just more confirmation that I was correct in the diagnosis. Sorry about that. Camera's going wonky on me there. Appreciate y'all coming in, thumbing up live. Like I said, it's a successful day today. None of my short gap measures worked. I went with the suggestion for the first video I watched. A gentleman said he had to jack up the motor and take the motor mount bolts loose a little. He didn't pull them all the way out. Everybody else said pull them out and let it drop down, but I didn't want to do that, so I didn't. And as you can see, I got my jack under my motor. I cranked it down not even half quarter turn, and it was enough to get the thermostat out of the water pump out of the spot. That's where she goes. That's what I got to clean up. See all that white stuff on there? It's got to come off. And that's what I'm getting ready to do. What's up, Kyle? Raymond? Yeah, I'm having a pretty good day today, Raymond. I got that water pump out there, as you can see. I had to jack the motor down, let them bolts off from up here. These 3 bolts right here, I backed them out. You can see a little gap right here. That's all I needed. That's like less than an eighth. It's less than a quarter. 20 and an eighth. That's how much space I needed. I didn't have to let the whole motor down, which is really what I really didn't want to do. I just let it down I'd say a quarter and a dime thickness, so I could get it out of that spot there. But I got my safety going on. I got 2 sets of blocks and a jack and another jack holding it all up. I'm doing pretty good today. I'm happy. I was very worried about this job here. Didn't know if it was in my capabilities with limited resources, being out here in the parking lot rather than a shop somewhere. But I hope you're doing well too, Kyle. And I appreciate y'all coming in, thumbing up the live. What's up, Pat Witt? Good day, Dennis. It was weeping. Oh no, it was gushing. It was like a hose buster. That's what I was hoping. But the hole is supposed to have a cap right there. See that hole there? It's supposed to be a cap in there. Not that it would stop it from leaking, but that's where the water was coming from, so it looked like. But as you can see, all that play, that's where it was leaking. It ain't supposed to have that much play in it. Hey, my mainly Italian friend, Crystal. Happy, joy. I'm just going around supporting my streams. Wow, I'm trying to get back into it. Yeah, me too. I had to step back away from the drama. Yeah, the little bit of drama we usually have over at Freakins. I just got tired of it, man. It's holding back my positive progression in the world. I've got a history of not being the best person in the world all the time, and I'm trying to fix that. And trying to deal with her hating me for no good reason, just her doing her stupid stuff and letting it provoke me. I'm done with that. Uh, that's good, brother, because the drama is stress. And stress kills. That's just the way that is. Um, a lot of people don't realize this YouTube is for what it is. It's an opportunity to meet every people everywhere in the world, you know. So, like I said, I'm in some real good communities. Raymond Hill's in part of one. Um, Kyle's another one. Crystal, my mainly Italian friend, she's another good friend. And we all want the same thing. We just want a little interaction. You watch my video, I watch your video. We hang out, we talk, we chat. Any more than that, I mean, it's going above and beyond the pale. When you get your emotions involved in this, somebody made you mad, and just take a step back, man. Rethink it. Think, is this what I want to be doing? And you're going to more than likely say no, because ain't what you come here for. We just got to treat people, each other better, and strive towards a better day. But I'm going to try to put y'all in the view of what I'm doing here. Hard to see. Yeah, it's about that, I guess. And I'll catch up with chat in a second, but I'm trying to get this here done as best I can. So I got to clean up that surface up in here. And he ain't got a lot of room to work with. Y'all see all that white stuff is raining down, trying to get my eyes. That's what's got to come off of there. Got to be a perfectly clean mating surface. I think I about got it. Now, of course, I got power tools to do this, but it also might take a chance of scoring it. And I ain't trying to do that. Still got a little bit of get that little get my keys off and out of my back. It's trying to rain on me too. But even right now, rain wouldn't make me unhappy. There we go. Yeah, see, by using this file, I'm making sure I'm not creating no burrs either, because I'm keeping it flat and flush with that surface. And it's little extra things like this you do to make these jobs really be good fixes. If I just tried to slap this on here, that little bit of corrosion might have caused a leak, and I had to take it all the way back apart, clean everything all the way up again, and that'd just be way too much work. So in this case, an ounce of prevention. Oh yeah, she's getting smooth. Ounce of prevention's worth a pound of cure. In a couple minutes, I'll be back with y'all. Appreciate y'all coming in and keeping me company yesterday. That's probably helped me keep my calm. Normally I lose my temper when dealing with cars because they make them just too hard to work on for a layman. And while I'm not fully a layman, I ain't no certified mechanic neither. I did go to college and get my inspection license, or tried to. They wouldn't let me have my license because of my criminal record. They just beat me up on all that stuff. Yeah, we got them. Y'all went to talking like crazy. I'm trying to catch up a little bit. Use a razor blade, didn't have machining. Put the file down. Now trust me, I'm hardly putting any pressure on that thing. But yeah, you're right. I probably should have used a razor blade. But yeah, those are not very aggressive files. They're very old files. They're not very aggressive at all. I appreciate the advice there, brother. Yeah, well, I'm expecting some rain here too. Like I said, it's been sprinkling on me. It wasn't a whole lot of work. Actually, it came out so well. I've been so blessed on it. I didn't have no problems with none of the bolts, breaking them loose, pulling them out. Once I broke them loose, I could pull them out by hand. Um, but they do intentionally make it difficult, so people like us can't work on it. They have to go to a mechanic. How can you open his car door and toot the horn while he's down there? That would not be good. I am struggling to maintain a loving feeling in me. If someone doing me like that, I would not feel the love. Something there though. What that is. Yeah, I know not to bear down because I'm pretty sure that's aluminum. It's a weird block. This whole face is aluminum, I think. I think the back part behind that face is steel, but I think this whole face is aluminum. Why they would make it out of aluminum, I don't know. Uh, you got parts coming together, metal and aluminum, and then you go heat them up. The bolts are metal. They're going into an aluminum housing, so the heat gonna cause minute contraction and expansion, but that's why the bolts get seized up. I was lucky. This thing ain't been rode long and hard, so evidently it didn't get that type of treatment. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could get by with all this. I'm just doing a little extra. Just so I know for sure. I can't see it when I'm sitting up. Can't hardly reach it when I'm laying down. But I think she's pretty good. And they come for the O-ring on it. Of course, the instructions ask for that Permatex shit. And as you can see, I didn't put the Permatex on there all over it. You see there's a couple of little spots. You see little black stuff coming around. That's just to hold this O-ring in place while I'm trying to get it up in that hole there. Because I also got to put the pulley in there with it, not attached. Like that. I got to get it back up in that hole. And it's not an easy fit. That is an understatement for sure. But I'm not gonna rush it. I'm probably gonna take me a break here in a minute. Like I said, I don't want to rush nothing and forget something or do it inaccurately. So, taking my time. See, someone else done slipped. I about lost my stream now, trying to backtrack through the chat. But I think I'm caught up. John Paul, appreciate you coming in, brother. I was singing your praises in here yesterday as being one of the uh, video game channels I watch, but you also do models and such. And I don't know if you caught much of what I said today, but I'm trying to get out of that drama stuff myself, brother. It don't serve nobody well. It might bring in the clicks and views, but there's more to life than clicks and views. But it's all good. We'll let them people who live for the clicks and views, we'll let them have them. You know. Uh, yeah, I accidentally hit a button or something on this thing, even though there's no buttons, just a screen. Um, it's very finicky, but I think it's about ready for it to go up in there, and I don't want to dilly dally around too much, so I guess I'm gonna go get me something to drink. We'll go inside and chill out for a second. And hope it don't rain on my stuff right here. Let's slide this back up under there. Definitely don't want my files getting wet. It'll rush like nobody's business. But yeah, we'll take us a little break. I am so happy. Uh, I had to loosen them bolts up rather than pulling my way out on the motor mount and jack the motor down just to, I say it's about the thickness of maybe a quarter and a dime stacked up. Ain't quite a quarter inch, might be a little bit more than an eighth. But that thing would not come out. It saved my life, and it was driving me nuts. But anyway, me and Mama are definitely in good spirits today based on that information. And y'all have to ignore my room because I've been tearing through here looking for stuff all couple of days now, looking for tools and nuts and bolts and all kinds of stuff. Because I had originally planned on going to the junkyard and practicing. Oops, sorry about that. And practicing this whole operation on a junk vehicle. And that way it wouldn't cost me nothing but a little bit of gas money to get to the junkyard, $4 to get in. And I could go out there and practice on some of their stuff, and I would be practicing on mine. You know, because that way I ain't done no harm. Get out of wind quick when you get old, man. So y'all enjoy that youth. Been trying to quit smoking and all, but it ain't all that easy. I'm gonna turn y'all around here and let y'all get a shot of my Bigfoot mascot. There he is. There's my Bigfoot mascot. Robin Swan made that for me. He watches me sleep here. We're on my bed. This is my bed here, so y'all just ignore all that mess. And if you don't ignore it, just keep your comments to yourself. And if you don't, I'll just ignore them anyway. So use your effort, spend it how you want. But this is another good friend, Tandra. She's in England, I think. Pretty sure that's where she's at. She's a good person. It's mainly what's all up in here. If y'all would like to share around If y'all ask my mods, I'm sure they'll drop a link if you'd like to connect and all that. I don't just hand out wrenches to everybody, because you need to get a feel for people, and you never know who's arguing with who, so I try to keep it to a minimum. Um, but I mean, I hate to say it this way, but generally, if I get a wrench on your channel, you'll probably get one on mine. And if I'm not done that yet, and it has been done that way, it's just a matter of time. Uh, because people out there, we have some very devious trolls in our community, and they are not above impersonating somebody else to do harm to your channel. And Andrew, had a great big milestone today. I actually got the water pump out. I've got the next one prep to go in. I'm taking me a little uh, medication break, I guess you would call it. Uh, but yeah, I'm just taking a short little break, make sure I get my head right and everything. Well, I mean, the trolls are bad, but as long as they're trolling, um, not so vulgarly, if they're just like teasing or just making snide, as long as they're not getting real vulgar, like the F bomb, stuff like that. I don't worry about it too much. If they get real profane, they dropping the F bomb and talking junk to my other patrons of my channel, I'm not gonna have that. Um, if they want to talk about me, that's fine. I've had that main one come in here and dox me on my own channel. Thought she was doing something. Um, at worst, she's endangering somebody else's life because if someone comes to my house, I am not in fear of nothing. So that's not a problem for me. It'd be a problem for somebody else if they actually took up her offer and came over to my house. But yeah, she's a bitter person. Um, she says she does tit for tat, but I in no way ever doxed her. I did give her phone number to somebody after she called me repeatedly and had already doxed me. So we'll make sure the record's straight on that. I gave it to somebody who wanted it, so I gave it to her. But she was trying to dox me every way possible. She came in there and doxed me in there with my own name. She put my phone number out on Discord, and I can prove that because Silver Diamond called me. You know, what's up, brother freaking? Appreciate you coming in. Yeah. No, I'm not trying to do the drama thing. You know that. I'm trying to back out of that stuff because it's stressful. I don't like getting upset. And I had been giving her that leeway to make me upset, but I'm not gonna allow her that no more. I mean, I'm sure you noticed the other night I didn't go to talking about her and everything because I'm not about the drama. I'm here to make friends and love people. I do find some of it entertaining, but it's along the lines that I've always been a people watcher, studying people, learning people, because people are hard to figure out. Uh, See, that's the type of trolling I can deal with, talking about my hog. I ain't got no hog. I hope y'all don't even know what the hell he's referring to, but if you do, I'm sorry for him. uh, but yeah, I don't like the drama because it splits people apart. And you got people on both sides that'll be friends on both sides, and then they got to pick a side or something, and that's just wrong. You know, see, freaking likes to be in the neutral zone, so he ain't picking sides. But sometimes you had to pick sides, and that's why I just gonna steer clear as much of it as I possibly can, cause I love everybody. I ain't having to pick sides. Hey, Princess, appreciate you coming in. Like I said, the highlight of today is the fact that I finally got the water pump out. I had to unbolt the motor somewhat and let it down. And then it was amazing. As I let it down just that little bit more than an eighth of an inch, that thing come dropped out almost. If the pulley hadn't been in there, I haven't put it back together yet. I'm taking it nice and slow so I don't make no mistakes. I'm not rushing it. I just finished prepping all the bolts, cleaning them off, cleaned up the mating surfaces. Uh, got the O-ring locked in place with some of that Permatex stuff. It's made for water connections, just enough to hold it in place while I get it in there. Because the O-ring is so big, you don't really need any Permatex. It's sitting inside of a cavity on the water pump, and on the house side, it's flat. So whatever little bit more than a 16th of an inch sticking up is gonna get smashed, and that's what's gonna make it seal tight. So I'm pretty certain it's gonna be a good made up. And if it was just a little leak, I could deal with that. What we had was a gush. Uh, with a little leak, I just add water every once in a while, every so often. What's up, J Mac? In a while, brother. I was at your house last time. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Um, I don't know how many mods. I think Franklin's probably doing a mod in here, but like I said, it's all good now. I'm just in the reversing the process. I'm got to go out there and put the pump on, get all the bolts in it, and then I had to put the pulley on the front of the pump to start all the bolts, and then I'll have to retension the belt so to hold it in place so I can lock them down and retighten up those motor mount bolts and be good to go. Add a little water. Uh, oh yeah. Well, actually, I do have something of a deadline. You they'll rent you the tool, right? But it's not really a rent. You have to buy the tool, and then you take it back when you're done. But I didn't notice it the last time, so it might not have been on there. It might have been on there, but on the receipt it says you got 48 hours. So today is the deadline, so I got to get it done by today. So I'm gonna take a little chills break. You know what I mean? Have a little puff and make sure I stay in a calm, even mind. I wanted to when I got that thing out, I was so happy. I wanted to come in here and just blaze to the moon. But my tolerance ain't what it used to be. I keep blazing up a little too much on Fridays, and I end up falling asleep on freaking in his chat. And done that like 3 weeks in a row, man. And it ain't because I want to. I'm just wore out and stressed out, man. If you only knew how stressful shit is right now. Pardon my French. How stressful stuff is right now. Oh yeah, that was definitely it. It's the bearings, the shot, the seal on the bearings. It's just let go. You can shake it and it rattles like it's a baby rattle, like he says there. I already dropped the kids off at the pool this morning. I'm pretty regular that way. Appreciate your concern. When you get my age, those are monumental occasions. You want to keep the trains moving. Trains don't move. It might be time to call somebody. Cause you'll know when you get my age. If you get my age, keep aggravating people. But you're good people, man. Y'all are. Appreciate y'all coming in. Oh yes, I'm. It's like the weight of the world was lifted off my shoulders when that thing come out. Because I was really worried if I dropped all those, if I had to drop the motor all the way down on that one side, that it would be cantering at an angle because of the way it's holding, the way I got it jacked up on just that one corner, the front end, and it would make the whole motor lean a little bit. And I'm a little slight guy and I'm working by myself, so let's see what he says. My last water pump broke. We Oh yeah, yeah. If you can't get them parts, you're screwed. Uh, my my thing wasn't the problem wasn't the parts. It's like I went with the cheapest part possible, which was probably not the wisest decision. We're talking $30 difference for a lifetime warranty, but um, I'm actually glad that I didn't because it turns out that now that I know how to go about doing it, I can do it again if I had to do it again and still save. And next time I might even go get a used one. Now it's not a whole lot of driving done on that vehicle. She hardly ever drives it more than 20 miles in one direction. Um, Most of the hard driving is just sitting at a stoplight up here. Um, she's 73, so you can imagine she's not no race car driver. I just can't stand the idea of her being broke down on the side of the road because she will make some bad decisions. She broke down once and started walking to work, and this was like 10, 15 years ago, so she wasn't as bad off as she is today as her health wise. But I was very upset because she was sweating, and it turned out it was a lot further than she thought it was. Luckily, I found her and picked her up. But yeah, I wasn't worried as much about the job as I was worried about her worrying about it. You know, I can fix what I need to. Yeah, my mama. That's my mama. I'm a mama's boy. My daddy's done passed. He passed when I was 23. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that bad. I think the water pump that I got was like 54. Renting the part, I mean, the tool, the tensioner tool was 31. And I'm going to take that back and get it back. Um, they gave me, actually gave me a tube of Permatex, but I didn't even have to use it because I found some I already had open here. So I'm going to take that back and let him bless somebody else with that. But he's a decent guy, as far as they go. But I'll tell you a little secret. I don't know how it is everywhere else, but in the United States, the mechanics get a discount of about 40% of the retail price of the tools. So that's how much the auto parts stores marks it up. Um, and that I got that straight from the horse's mouth. I know my cousin's a mechanic with an affiliated shop, and anywhere he goes, he can get 40% off of whatever parts he's buying, no matter what store. So that just lets you know how much they. The tensioner tool, it's a flat bar that has a half-inch drive nub on the end of it that you stick inside of a tensioner that holds your uh, serpentine belt tight. You have to crank on it counterclockwise to collapse it so that you can loosen the belt. Um, I'll show it to you in a little bit, but it comes with many parts to go with it because it's always a little different for every vehicle. But it's like a one thing fits all. But it's a real. Let me flip it around here so I can show you a little something here. Come on, man, flip. All right, it's about that wide, thick wise. So it's thin. The gap you're working in is about that big. So you figure you got of a half-inch ratchet welded onto a bar that's a foot long or so. Then you got another piece where you can put another ratchet or the rest of the bar into it, so you can get long torque on it. So the longer your leverage is, the more torque power you have. Yeah, on a lot of your older model vehicles, you can get a ratchet on it. Uh, but like minivans, foreign vehicles, the engine compartment's so tight you cannot fit the head of a ratchet into the slot. Because if I could get it in there where it's at, I've got half-inch ratchet, 3/8 ratchet, quarter-inch ratchet. If I could get the head of the ratchet without no socket or nothing, is too big. That 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 shows you're working with like that's about how big the thickness of the ratchet is, and the holes like that. You know what I'm saying? That don't seem like a much of a difference, but that's miles when you need the space. But this is a minivan, and I already knew minivans they're hard to work on to start with. Anything front wheel drive is gonna be pretty tight confines, and minivans are just awfully tight. Like I said, we'll go back out there after I take my little break here. Let me flip y'all back around and Bigfoot there. But yeah, I'll take back out there in just a minute and show you what I'm talking about, and we'll get this show on the road. Like I said, I don't want to rush nothing, mess nothing up. I need to come in here and get some anti-seize put on these bolts so they don't seize up in the future. So I may have to do this again in about a year's time because the guy who bought the other one, he got the one with a year's warranty too, and it lasted a year to the day, and then failed on it. So, uh, like I said, as cheap as it is, and now that I've figured out how to do it, you know, I can do it again. It's not a big deal. And we're talking about saving, and I just priced it on the internet. It's probably nowhere near what it really would have cost, but they say it's $300 to $450 for the labor. You know, so I saved a big chunk of change there. You know, yeah. So it's all good. You just gotta put your faith in the Lord. Boy, I felt about it. That's the first thing when I got it out of there. That's the first thing I did was thank God. You know, praise God because I got it done. It's not even a 3 to 4 hour job. If I had stayed on it and done it straight away, I could have done it in less than an hour, getting it off, and then maybe about another 30 minutes putting it back together and putting it back on. It's not done by the hours. It's the difficulty of the job. Uh, and this one probably has a +5 factor for difficulty because, like I said, you can get it all loose, but it's made in such a way the pulley has to stay in there with it. So you have to take the pulley off to get it out of the way so you can get to the bolts, and you have to maneuver them around with the pulley just being willy nilly all in your way to get them loose. And that was difficult in itself, but not undoable. And then, like I said, I was so lucky that all my bolts came out with just a little bit of effort. And then once I got them loose, they all was finger turning. So I was really blessed in that. So the problem then became the fact that, like I said, you can go back and look at the video and see where I was trying to get it out and how tight it was. And I mean, we're talking, I just needed less than a quarter of an inch to get it out. But it wouldn't, there was no way to force it out or pry it out. Because I even tried a little bit of that and didn't have no success. So I quit that. So I went ahead and just dropped those three motor mount bolts about a quarter of an inch. I can show y'all that. I still got them out. I didn't even have to drop them all the way out. So then I can just jack the motor back up, tighten those bolts up, and we all done. You know, so that was the first video I watched. The guy, that's what he done. He actually did that, and he notched his frame with a grinder. I didn't notch my frame. I was thinking about it because I was gonna take my Dremel tool out there with a cutting tool and take a little notch out of that frame so that piece would come out. But I'm glad I didn't do that because I'd have had to paint it and all that crap to keep it from rusting and stuff. But yeah, it was a blessing. Today has been a good day, and I got to feed 2 lizards right after my lunch. I will be uploading short with the teeny tiny one today, about as big as your pinky, and that's like a double blessing for me because I enjoy feeding the lizards. They come around here and they eat bugs, and I don't like bugs. Uh, so if they eating bugs, they doing me a service. What's the engine you're working on? It's a '03 Dodge Caravan with a 3.3 liter V6 in it, front wheel drive. Hey Mary, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. We taking a little short break I appreciate it. Let me I'll have to come back, make sure I'm subbed to you. Uh, I'm a little scared to mess with you right now because it might throw my live off. It's kind of finicky on me today. I touched Kyle earlier and I had to come back in using my little plus sign, and all I did was touch his handle there on the screen, and he didn't even have a video or nothing up. It was just him chatting. So like I said, it's kind of finicky here lately. And there was an update on my phone, or maybe YouTube, or both. Sounds dodgy. I like that halfway. You're right. It is pretty dodgy. But like I said, I'm gonna try to make a short and sum up some of the stuff that I did that made it work for me, so that maybe it'll help the next person down the line. Because all those videos I watched, they did help me out. Um, they gave me the ideas that actually ultimately worked out. Um, and again, bless all y'all for coming in here and spending your time with me today. Appreciate that. Appreciate all my friends on YouTube. I really do. I'm glad I met all of y'all. And I'm trying to get around to everybody's channels. My only defense in not having been there already or a lot already is because I'm over 2,000 subs that I have subbed to. I kind of wish I had that many subs myself, but I'm getting there. I'm not worried about it. It's coming. But I do support a whole lot of people, and I hope y'all see me going around supporting all of y'all, so y'all know I ain't neglecting nobody. I don't try to play favorites. I mean, short of like freaking being my best friend online, he's about the only one that I'm there without fail, best I can be. But everybody else, if I see you, about the only thing that'll stop me from coming to your live or watching your videos if I'm already in somebody else's and enjoying myself, because I do get enjoyment out of hanging out with y'all, and I hang around with so many people, so many people. It is insane. I would not have thought of this many people to associate with, but either y'all improving, I'm improving, or we're all improving, because this is worlds different than it was 2 years ago when I started. But I get over 160 notifications just for videos every day. And then I get about another 150 to 180 of people going live every day. And try as I might, I don't think I could get to 180 a day. So I may have mildly overextended myself, but I am doing my due diligence. The only thing that will restrict it is limited time, because everybody's important. Y'all know my philosophy. I love everybody. I ain't got enough time to hate anybody. Hate takes too much time, and it changes who you are. Even if somebody does something terrible to you, I understand you have an animosity towards that person. But I have come into understanding what forgiveness is all about in my old age here. It ain't about them, you know. When you forgive someone, it is not about them. It's about you. When you forgive them, you're not allowing them to change you from the wonderful person you were into somebody now who they still wonderful, but they hate somebody now. You see what I'm saying? That's that little extra of something not nice. You know what I'm saying? And then there's lots of other mitigating factors as well, because you never know what makes people the way they are. You ain't walked in their shoes, so that's why you shouldn't judge people, even if they are apparently the worst people in the world. And I'm not making no excuses for anybody. I'm just saying you don't know what they've been through. You don't know why they are the way they are. I know why I was a mean little person growing up, I was severely abused. That is not an excuse, and luckily I got past it and did not continue the abuse. I've never disciplined my child physically at all. I just had to raise my voice and it would work. But when that wouldn't work, I would threaten to tickle her till she peed on herself, and that would always work. I never had to tickle her till she peed on herself. I think that's kind of funny. But that was the big threat. I would that was gonna whoop her. It would be that I'm gonna tickle you until you pee on yourself. Anyway, she's a wonderful person now, so evidently something worked along the ways. I don't certainly don't claim all the credit. Her mother was a wonderful person. God rest her soul. Uh, I've had a hard life, but so has my daughter, and she's raising three kids of her own. She's a certified nurse or registered nurse rather, and I couldn't be more proud of her. And whatever part of a role I played in that, I'm proud of too. All right, one more toke, then we're going back to work. Nope, got a new boo boo on my hand. Now I gotta find my key. Oh, there's my cup. Oh, look y'all around. Let y'all see me instead of all that stuff. Y'all probably got a glimpse of Mama there. I don't know if I wasn't paying attention there. You seen her, that was Mama on the couch. Cheers. It's a homemade iced tea. And it's literally got ice in it. Alright, here we go. Wait a minute, can I have that anti-seize? Pays to have a chill moment and you won't feel it in your skin. You know. It's odd. I know. I can show y'all right now what I'm talking about. I ain't skinned it. It's bruising like crazy. Hang on a minute. I got that dumbass cancel stick. Let me flip it around. See that one? That was the first one. That one's a fresh one. I don't even feel. I can't even remember when I got that, but it's been in like the last 30 minutes. That's the other hand. They pop up just like this. But see, that's where that motor mount there. There's a little gap right there where my finger's at. That's how much I had to lower it in order for the water pump to come out of that hole right there. But that's where she was. There's the old one. Now I gotta get it all back up in there. So how's things over there where you're at, bud? Them cows. Oh, and did I mention this is my first water pump job ever? Done transmissions. I dropped the motor in one. But them big cars, you got lots of room, hoist and shit. I'm running on a shoestring budget out here. Use a little wet rag to wipe that off. Should have done this on StreamYard, but I ain't real good at StreamYard. That way someone could have been reading my comments and entertaining the chat while I'm working. Discuss things. I do like discussing things with y'all. That's the reason I had so many diverse groups of people as friends. I don't want to be in an echo chamber. In case you ever wonder why I go everywhere, hang out with, feel like some people would call irrefutable people, or irrefutable, however you pronounce that. If you find yourself with a bunch of bad people, you got two choices. You can be an inspiration to show them how to not to be bad people, or you can lower to their level and go be bad people with them. I'd opt for the former. Kind of like playing chess, you know. As you can see, in the world we got lots of chess players. I like winning unconventionally though, which means thinking outside the box. Yep, guy coined the phrase I like best. Kill 'em with kindness. I see you, Crystal. Hey, Bud Files, appreciate you coming in. Hey, Sweet Country Girl. Galen Bone, appreciate you coming in, brother. I think I'm caught up there. Appreciate y'all coming in and spending your time with me. It's for showing support. bit. I'm sorry y'all missing all the action there. I just put this wedge up in here. So I've got it in there, as you can see. Put that wedge in there to hold it in place for a second. Ain't no bolts in it. Make sure everything's lined up right. Kind of looks like it is, but I want to make sure. Yeah, she looks like she's lined up. Now I can start them bolts. Put down a little token anti-seize on there. Hold your mouth there. Alright, got that first one started. Leave her shy a little bit. I think that one started right off. I think that's two started. I'm putting a little assembly oil on here. Graphite in it. Anti-seize property. What I'm looking for. Maybe I should hawk tool on it. Oh, come on. Come on, keep biting. Alright, there we Come on, man. What is your problem? Go in your hole. Go to your hole. I think I got her. Okay. Clean her off a little bit. Put a little oil on it. Graphite. Not a lot. Probably could stand some more, but oh, the damn thing was backing out on me. Ew. That ain't right. Oh, I should go away this way. There we go. I was gonna seat that quick. Yes, sir, it did. Already got it seated. 4 out of 5 in there. I just gotta tighten them up. Clean it. Yeah, I took a wire brush these earlier before I started live streaming. That's why they all cleaned up. Lubed up, ready to go. Now this is the one that's the hardest to get to. Gloves gotta come off so I can feel my way around. That's probably where I'm gonna get bumped up. There's the back one on the bottom. Oh yeah, this is the not fun one. This is definitely the not fun one. I can't get through there. Gotta go through here. Alright, there's the nipple. It's in there. Now the other gloves gotta come. Just don't want to bite. I think that got her there. Yeah. I'm not gonna even snug that one up. Alrighty. Got that one snugged up. We'll go to the top up here. Kind of like the opposite of it. Just tightening up hand snug right this minute. We'll take a look. Get them all hand tight in there. That's the finished looking process going on there. I gotta tighten all these down. They're all hand tight right now. It's getting good, even pressure all the way around. And when you do it, you'll do it like start with this one, then go back here and get this one, then come up here and get this one, and then go over and get that one. You want to offset it. You want to lock this side, then that side, and back here and back over there, yada yada. Ain't that fun? Put the pump bolts in, then install the pulley. Oh yeah, you have to do it that way. Cause I'm gonna have to move that pulley out of the way. That's why I brought it on this side. Yeah, I gotta move that pulley out of the way and spin it around, all that crap, just to get at all these bolts. The worst one is this one back here, right back there. End up having to do it with a little hand wrench. I ain't too worried about the torque on it. Had to watch that video to get the precise amount, so it ain't no need to whoop it out the wrench. I'm gonna use my better valor judgment on them. I know there's a 10mm bolt. Oh, I can't lay it flat. But I gotta get up for a minute. Whole body is screaming. Yeah, that was a unhappy point I did leave out. When I first started the job, I realized it wasn't the belt. I had to go get parts. I put the wheel back on, and in the process of that, I tweaked my back. So I had to start this whole operation with a tweaked back. And Lord bless me, it went away mostly, but it still tweaked a little. That's where you can hear me. Oh, every once in a while. Something I can do from up here. It's some bit of hell. Try some magic here. Flip. Alright, now we kind of see what I'm doing. These wrench 3 bolts right there. Those bolts, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten them up. Just jacked it up. I don't know if y'all heard that. See that? See why that was aggravating me? Yeah. The difference in the first video, I think he used the same method. Didn't let it all the way out. But I think he went through the whole process of taking all this stuff off. As you can see, I'm not doing that. But my bolts were not hard to break loose either. I didn't even need a breaker bar. I will be putting some bars on here. I mean, these are main bolts, so they can handle it. They can handle it more than what I can put on. I couldn't break one of them damn bolts if I had to, even with a breaker bar. Now I can find out those torque applications. That's a mouthful, ain't it? Now I can get this damn jack off my oil pan. Next operation. Alrighty, that's good enough. I'll take it out when I get done. I'll make y'all hang around and watch that. I might take another break here. Got that far. Flip y'all back around. Peekaboo. Getting a good view of it. Suck at the camera, man. Keep going live. Got notifications are coming through. I don't know why. I'm gonna start with the hardest one. It's gonna be able to get easier. Switch it. here and grab this one. This perfect directional. Maybe. Not the fat boy. Come on, this side. Wrong way, brother. Alright, that's two down. Now, now, that's gonna leave a mark. Okay. Got that one. I gotta come back to it. This next one here. Yep. It's got to be right below me, y'all. I'll catch up with chat in just a second. Oh, yeah. This last one right here. tweak that one in the back just a hair. I can get on it. There it is. Come on. All right, now. La 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 la. Trying to keep it PG-13. See, that's why I came back to it. Look how loose that thing was. There's 3 whole turns on it. This is the first one I tightened down. Well, you always go back and check them. If I'd have left that up, that thing would have leaked like some of it for sure. That's the first one I put in. I tightened it all the way down. Or so I thought. And obviously it wasn't. Now I need to check them all again. Gotta do this one this way, that one that way. Oh, what a pain in the ass. I know where this is coming from. Damn flywheel. Main crank actually. Flywheel's in the transmission, I think. If it has one. Always better safe than sorry. Got another little decent little quarter turn on there. That one was good, right? Yeah, she's good. Oh, see, I got another little quarter turn on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to strip you, bitch. Another quarter turn there. All right, folks. What's up, Tokum? I got that thing out. Got the old one out and one in. Just nip it. All I need is that. Yeah, the first guy's video, it's got it listed in there, the torque on these and torque on the ones on the belt. I'm like, I'm gonna tighten it up as much as I can. I'm for sure I'm not gonna put too much pressure to gonna snap them. That's more what I'm worried about. These next bolts, they're a little bigger. That's a 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter for you metric brothers. First one was 10 millimeter. And it's all, they were screwing into aluminum, so that's what you got to worry about there, stripping that aluminum block out. Because then if you do that, you got to get longer bolts and some nuts on the back, and you think this is a bitch. Try dealing with 2 pieces of free floating metal, trying to jam another one or 2 together. But my hands are starting to hurt like a bitch. I can't quit yet. I gotta get that belt back on so I can take that tool back tonight. That means now I gotta put this post on. I'll put a little less oil on these though. Still gander it. Alright, on this side. Come on this side. Uh-oh. Son of a bitch. Anybody see what's wrong with this? I got the belt on, the pulley's on backwards, y'all. Ain't that a bitch? Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I got to take the boat back out of the block, jack the block back up. Ah, son of a bitch. Got the pulley on backwards, y'all. What's up, Tokum? What I need to do, but I can't. I got the damn pulley on backwards. Can't believe it. Ain't that a bitch? Well, I just had my first back. First blunder. I got it all back in. Let's move it back down, take the motor boat, hook up and everything. I got the pulley on backwards. What? I got the pulley on backwards. So I gotta take it all the way back off. Turn the pulley around. I was cleaning everything up and make sure this thing just had nothing on it. We can feed it going back together once I got it in there. Ain't no big deal. Like I said, now I do the job. That's what we figured out. Or what I figured out. I'm getting ready to do it again right now. Yeah, it is the little things. So the way they got that thing designed is it's so tight that once you take the pulley off, uh, you have to like slide it around and behind the pulley arm ears to even get it out. You know, so like I said, it's a mistake like this. That's how easy it is to make that mistake. But you gotta admit, I'm doing well. Most people be losing their shit right now. And me, probably 10 years ago, man, I'd be out there beating on my truck because I don't want to beat on Mama's car. Yeah, I'd be upset, but it is what it is. Being upset won't change it, will it? But I need a cigarette. I think I left them outside. No, there they go. See, I'm trying to quit smoking too. That ain't working out real well because stress keeps popping up on me. And that's when I do my worst. Shout out to the 6 in chat. I will scroll back and catch up with it when I sit down out here. Oh, much appreciate y'all coming in. Move this around a little bit. Alright, let's see. Yeah, Scale and Bones are doing pretty good. If you're still in here, got that thing figured out and got it all. Now I gotta do it all again because I turned the dang pulley around backwards. Well, I mean, I don't look at things in terms of them being positive, negative. It's how you yourself interpret it. It's like you can scream when you hit your thumb, or you can laugh. You know, if you hit your thumb and you laugh, and people see you doing that, they're gonna think you're crazy. Though I'm pretty sure. But I have hurt myself and laughed instead of holler out. But I'm not the average bear in a lot of circumstances. Been an overall pretty good day today. This is what I would call a minor setback. This means I get better at it. I was gonna go to the junkyard and pull one off there for practice. And like I said, it ain't the work that's the problem. It's time wasted. That's all. And if you're learning something, you ain't really wasting time. You're learning to. Like I said, this is my first ever water pump job. So I got it. I got it so good. I'm about to get it twice. Yeah, color my world. Appreciate you. Hands getting beat up. Something weird. So main flywheel fully, main shaft fully whooping it up. Don't get old, people. That's what it looks like when you bruise yourself. Instant bruises. I remember when I was young, it takes a day or so for a bruise come full on up. But what don't kill you will make you stronger, I think. And I heard a proverb once, can't remember who said it, about true wisdom comes from pain. It does, or it should. It's not guaranteed. I just turned 55 last month. So happy pre-belated. Happy birthday, pre-birthday. I'm usually having to say happy belated birthday because I usually miss them. Terrible with them other people's dates and shit. I know my daughter's birthday because it's 2 days before mine. Get out much past 2 days and I lose a little bit. Shout out to all the beautiful people coming in, spending this Sunday with me. Uh, I definitely need to watch out, that's for sure. I think I got a few good ideas for watch out. Yesterday was a personal high for me too. I think I had 31 and shed it once. I think that's a personal high for me. I don't go live a whole lot. I was averaging it once a week, and then I lost fishing license. I didn't lose it, expired. I ain't got me one yet. And I'm kind of scared to take the phone out on the pier, go fishing on me. I done dropped it down and went right straight through. Out there, you ain't got to have a license. Private property. Pretty much anywhere it's private property, you ain't got to have a license. In my opinion, it's illegal for them to do it because they don't have the right to tax anything that's a liberty, a freedom, a right. You have a right to fish, a right to hunt. They don't have the right to do that. It's in the Constitution. Same thing with driving, but you'll play hell getting away with it. They mock the sovereign citizens, but technically, telling the truth. Commercial vehicles is different because of interstate commerce comes into play. It's a business vehicle, it has to be licensed, insured, and all that crap. But in actuality, personal vehicle, if it's your home vehicle, you know, you don't even have to say you're driving it. You can actually do what they say traveling. You have the right to travel along all the highways and roads and riverways, just like everybody else does. It's a right, and they don't have the right to tax the right. And the registration fee and all that shit, a license, it always costs money, and that's a tax, so it makes it illegal. They're not off their rockers. They're just not very well at articulating stuff. I imagine any lawyer that jumps in their suit to help them probably will get drummed out of the business. I hate to put it that way. I don't have no grudge against authority as long as authority leaves me alone. Um, the judicial system is not as it should be. That's all I will say. And that you can guarantee every judge at one point in time, he was a lawyer first. They all were. The prosecuting attorney, the lawyer, they're all lawyers. Alright, I'm not gonna make y'all suffer through me turning that thing back off. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and call it a quit here at an hour and 45 minutes. I appreciate y'all coming in. I love y'all. God loves you. Be good to yourself. Be safe. Be happy. Peace. One love.